Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unmanned, the FAA looks to accelerate drone ID rules. Europe moves to set ground rules for drone deliveries. And Pegasus Aerospace developed ShockWave Tactical UAS. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-Unmanned program, a weekly news program covering all things unmanned in partnership with AUVSI, the Association for Unmanned Vehicle Systems International. Thanks for watching today. I'm your host, Skylar Vanell. The FAA is set to authorize as many as 8 industry-financed projects to examine various options for airborne drone identification. This comes after a notice was published in the Federal Register back in December. A report from the Wall Street Journal indicates the goal of the program is to verify technologies and provide real-world data to speed up broader regulatory steps aimed at expanding commercial uses of unmanned aircraft. The inability of authorities to identify and track drones has been a major problem to the integration of UAVs into the national airspace. The announcement of the initiative was made just before Christmas, and it went by largely unnoticed, but could have a big impact. The agency plans to focus on small-scale, short-term field trials before developing long-term strategies. The lack of identification and tracking options that are dependable are reasonably priced and are one of the major issues preventing drone flights over people and populated areas. A major question that remains to be answered is whether such data will be broadcast using cellular technology or IP networks. In the next Unmanned Minute, we'll take a look at a few of the stories making the rounds of the unmanned vehicle communities. Fairfax County, Virginia is developing a comprehensive public safety UAS program, and they want to hear from their residents about what they think. There will be 6 public information meetings throughout Fairfax County. Each meeting will include a static display of unmanned aircraft followed by a presentation outlining the program. After the presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask questions from representatives of the Office of Emergency Management, the county's attorney's office, police and fire, and the rescue department. Kansas State University's Polytechnic campus is offering a $500 scholarship to the first responders interested in attending the Small Unmanned Aircraft Systems Commercial Remote Piloting Training course this year. The available scholarships reduce the overall cost by 50% and still cover the fee for the FAA written exam at the completion of the course. The program will also include 3 days of instruction with course topics in airspace, meteorology, UAS performance, loading and center of gravity, and Part 107 instruction. House leadership has announced Representative Peter DeFazio, a Democrat from Oregon, to chair the House of Transportation and Infrastructure Committee in Congress. DeFazio has served as the ranking member of the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure since 2015, and he's been a member of the committee since he first came to Congress in 1987. During his time on the committee, he has served as chairman or ranking member 4 of the 6 subcommittees, including aviation. Mid-Michigan College in Mount Pleasant, Michigan is offering drone training classes geared both towards aspiring professionals and hobbyists who want to be better operators. The school's program is designed to teach drone piloting skills, address the various types of drone systems on the market, identify the potential uses and industry applications for drones, and prepare students to successfully pass the Remote Pilot Knowledge Test, which is required for the FAA certification. That wraps up our Unmanned Minute. The SAFIR consortium, which stands for Safe and Flexible Integration of Initial Use-Based Services in a Real Environment, is a group of 13 public and private organizations. It has been selected by Single European Sky ATM Research Joint Undertaking to demonstrate integrated drone traffic management for a broad range of drone operations in Belgium. The goal of the SAFIR project is to contribute to the EU regulatory process for drones and drive forward the deployment of interoperable, harmonized, and standardized drone services across Europe. The SAFIR consortium is made up of many organizations that are focused on safe and secure access to airspace for drones. SAFIR will carry out multiple studies and demonstrations for drone operations that are viable, robust, and ready to implement throughout Europe. These demonstrations will include surveillance flights in the Port of Antwerp, parcel delivery, medical, inter-hospital transport, high-voltage line mapping, and pylon inspection. The use of telecommunication network technology for data communication with both manned aircraft and other unmanned aircraft will be assessed, and a radar system will be deployed that is capable of monitoring cooperative and non-cooperative drones. Pegasus Aerospace has developed a tactical UAS for use by government law enforcement, school resource officers, and private security firms. Equipped with multiple non-lethal capabilities for real-time surveillance, intelligence collection, and the ability to incapacitate a target from a distance, ShockWave Tactical UAS is designed to be used outdoors and indoors, and it's easy to set up and operate. The system features an IR targeting laser visible on the camera system. The NLL system is a custom-designed 12GA launcher module designed to fire 12-gauge non-lethal ammunition, such as the flashbang, pepper, or rubber rounds. The system can be deployed to confuse, disorient, and incapacitate a target. Well, that's our program for this week. In addition to this program, our daily Airborne-Unlimited episodes covering the entire aviation and aerospace world are streamed Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on social media. For real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace news anytime at aero-news.net, and more information on the innovative world of all things unmanned at auvsi.org or airborne-unmanned.net. We will see you next time.